morning.
Holy
man. Here we go. Oh, my God.
It's happening. It's happening.
Oh, my God.
We have a moment. We have a moment, San Diego. Welcome, everybody, quickly before we break the news.
Oh, my God.
To the city of San Diego and Padres fans.
I'm speechless right now.
Good morning.
God, Adam Klug just got off the hook like a mother. Oh, I was going to roast him in the opening segment this morning. Good morning, everybody. Ben and Woods, 97.3 The Fan. Great to be here with you on a Wednesday. I usually tell you, let's get our heads right today. I don't think it's going to be that difficult, to be honest with you. I don't think it's going to be difficult to get our heads right, especially after another victory last night. But the biggest news of the morning broke 30 seconds right before we hit the airwaves. Ben, lay it on him.
Here it is from MLB insider Robert Murray. Jackson Merrill and the San Diego Padres are in agreement on a 9-year, $135 million contract extension,
God.
Sources say. The deal, which can max out at $204 million and includes a $30 million club option for a 10th season that can convert to a player option, was negotiated by Drew Hardy and Josh Knipp of KHG Sports.
Let me tell you, Drew Hardy and Josh Knipp, way to do your jobs, gentlemen.
Could just be Nip if the K
Hi,
is silent.
this is Jackson Merrill.
Wow.
All right. Mr. Nip, thank you for your service as well, Mr. Nip.
Well, this is
think he ever got called Josh Nipple? What's his first name?
KNIP, Josh Nip. Yeah.
Josh Nipple. Man,
maybe that's not the main headline here.
No, I'd say probably
I think
not.
it's probably not
6:03 in the morning.
main headline. But,
9 years, 135.
Do the math.
All right, so do the math quickly.
Right, well,
that's not
Jackson okay.
So remember.
I can't do this while you're doing this. $15 million a year. What a steal.
So remember that he was only going to make the minimum this season and next season, and then arbitration for 3 more years after that. So he's going to be making quite a bit more over the next 5 years than he would have been able to under baseball's, CBA system. And then the Padres will be getting quite the deal for the first 3 years of his free agency, plus a potential 4th year is what this sounds like. But Jackson Merrill, obviously taken care of and should be in a Padres uniform until the middle of the next decade in the 2030s. Which puts him right in line with Fernando Tatis Jr. and Manny Machado's contracts. All 3 of those guys now should be together with the San Diego Padres for at least the next decade.
What we talked about, man, wanting to get those guys, those cornerstones locked up, playing together for a long time, and that's exactly what we have. Hats off to the San Diego Padres for pulling the trigger on that deal. Jackson Merrill you watch him play every night. That kid's going to get better and better and better. So it's a brilliant move. It's a savvy move. It is one, Ben, that can set this franchise up for a long time. I am very, very happy. That is a guy you never want to see in another uniform ever. I'm not saying it never will happen, but, man, as of today, having that dude locked up for the next 9 years, my friend, is unbelievable.
So this is something that A.J. Preller tried to get done, reportedly back when Jackson Merrill was still in single A ball, seeing the potential in Jackson Merrill. Jackson didn't do it. They're probably smart now because after a season like he had last year and off to the start that he is this year, the value went up a little bit, but also he is securing his future and taking any risk out of the equation. And as Jackson has said, like San Diego wants to be here, and now he can rest assured he will be here for the next decade as a core member of the San Diego Padres.
I think it was that home run that did it last night.
They're like, all right, he is.
All right, finally,
he is
convinced.
showing some flashes of power. No, I had heard a rumor last week that it was close. Glad I didn't run with it. I told you guys about it. And then I kind of felt foolish when it didn't happen. And sure enough, man, Jackson Merrill gets it done. There was a couple, I was reading some tea leaves, I saw him and his family out celebrating at a dinner. And I thought, well, when your parents are in town, that's what you do. You go out and you grab dinner with them and your girlfriend and whatever. And I did see that. But there were whispers and rumors. Prolific says, stop lying. Am I lying? You guys
April 2nd, fools. We got 2nd. You. We
swear to God.
You. No, this is not April Fools.
I texted you guys the second I heard it and was like, what do we do? I have one source, not two. And Ben's like, can't do it unless we have two. But yeah, the rumor was out there it was going to happen, and then it dissipated, and now it's back. And again, looking at them out to dinner, it looked like they were celebrating. But I thought, man, when my folks come in town, we all go out and toast, raise a glass or whatever. And sure enough, man, they were getting this thing done, and they got it done. And I couldn't be happier, man.
I'm blown away.
I can't believe it.
I thought he was going to be a $500 million player.
I mean, he
could have been if he wanted to wait it out a few years. And by the way, Jackson Merrill, when this contract expires, will still be 30 years old. So could still sign a, who knows, $1 billion contract, for his age 30 to 39 season, but depending on how much inflation gets you to there and what salaries look like. So this is not the final contract of his career. He will still be pretty much in his prime, likely, when this contract expires. But the Padres are going to have him for his entire 20s, and I think those are going to be really, really good seasons for Jackson Merrill.
Yeah, I'd say so, man. That is that's great. That's great, and I understand his perspective, and I understand his point of view in wanting to do this too, man. He's going to be asked about it, Ben, for the next. When did he hit ARB? 3 more years?
He's got 2 more years of pre-ARB and then 3 years of ARB after that.
Going to be asked about it every year. Every day at his locker. Hey, any extensions? Not anymore. We got it. It's done. I'm here. Leave me alone. Let me go out and play. And
any reports of deferred money?
Yeah. Did we defer?
I read you the entire tweet. I got nothing else. I don't know how the $30 million club option converts to a player option, if it's performance-based or anything like that. I've got one tweet for you from Robert Murray, and that's all at this point. Nothing confirmed from the Padres. Have no idea if they were planning to announce it today or they were going to wait for a while or what their idea was, but it's out there now, and they're going to have to deal with it this morning. They don't even have, this is a day game, so they don't even have a manager Mike Schilt media session scheduled for today. He doesn't talk to the media before games on day game getaway days like today. There is an open clubhouse a little after 10 this morning for the Padres, and I'm sure Jackson Merrill will get asked about it when reporters are in there. Will they schedule a news conference? Obviously, if they do, we will carry it for you here on 97.3 The Fan.
Game's at 1:10 today,
correct,
which is just spectacular. I had totally forgotten that, so now I know what I'm doing this afternoon. Gets me out of having to deal with a certain spring breaker that's at home right now. And I do understand the need for spring break, right? Teachers need a little breather. 2 weeks, a little much. Is a 2 week spring break for a 7-year-old, in your opinion, a little bit over?
We've gone over this before.
Have we?
Have we? They will ultimately go to the amount of days they're going to go to. They're not taking away a week from school. They're just putting it in a different spot.
Yeah, they're also stacking 1 week on top of the other.
It is all together, yeah.
Did you ever have a 2 week spring break?
I never did.
Paulie, you ever have a 2 week spring break?
But no. I had like a 3-month summer. Now the summer's a little shorter. It's only like 2 months or 1 month and a half, and then they go right back to school. It just happens. It's almost over. You've almost made it.
I'm not even close. I still have all day today, all day tomorrow, all day Friday, all day Saturday, all day Sunday.
Getting closer.
It's dicey. If he's not entertained, Ben, 24 hours a day, there's fights and screaming and all kinds of stuff. It's not, again, I'd like to fire it into the sun. But this certainly makes the day better. This makes watching this game this afternoon even better as well. So, yeah, if you missed it, the breaking news is Jackson Merrill has signed a long contract extension with the San Diego Padres. He put, the Padres put their money where their mouth was, but he put his mouth where his money was, which was here. He said, I want to be here. I really want to be here. And they said, okay, if you really want to be here, sign that. And he said, no problem. I did. And he did, and he's here.
Also, a big moment for new control person and chairman John Seidler.
Of course,
clearly this
got to approve that
a statement that we're willing to keep stars around long term, and want to keep the momentum going from what Peter and the previous ownership was building here in San Diego. So I mean, this is clearly something fans wanted to hear. They're now hearing it, and after a 6-0 start, vibes are pretty much through the roof at the moment for the San Diego Padres.
Jackson, if you happen to be up and you wanted to hear what the fellas had to say about your contract extension and how happy we are to have you, call 833-288-0973. You really want to ingratiate yourself to this fan base. Call in. Let's talk about it. 833-288-0973. Would love to have you on. Would love to pick your brain. Maybe even borrow a little money from you. Now that you have extra cash just lying around. Would love to talk to you. And very, very happy for him, man. You want to talk about a guy that's earned it. He earns it every single night, man. When you watch him play, you look at that number and you go, that's it. Great. Fantastic. I mean, we have a superstar in center field that is just getting better every single day.
I'm in shock.
It's amazing.
That's such a low number compared to what I thought it would be. Whether it was here or in free agency, looking at the way the contracts have been going, I'm like, if he stays on the trajectory that he's on, trajectory.
I like that. That's actually a pretty good word.
I just made it up.
It's good.
Ben actually made it up. I stole it from him.
It's projections and trajectory.
Trajectory.
That's really good.
His trajectory has him looking at, like, I don't know, $400, $500, $600 million contract for 13 years, and we got him for $15 million a year.
Well, I think, like I said, the length makes a lot of sense.
The girth too
of the deal, because it still allows Jackson to sign another giant contract before the end of his career. So he's just starting out with this
30
with this 135, but that's not like his career earnings. This isn't a necessarily statue end of his career type deal. He's going to have another major payday likely in the future. This is simply buying out all of his arbitration years and then the first 3 years, I think, of his free agency.
This is great, man.
First 4 years of his free agency.
It's great. Great move. Savvy move. Very, very savvy move on everybody's part. You're taken care of now. You got more money than you. Honestly, like when you get into the big leagues, I'm sure that the dreams of the Manny Machado statue contract are there in you. But you also kind of maybe look around, and if you're Jackson Merrill the last couple of years, you've seen like, hey man, there's some pretty good players that had pretty decent seasons that can't find jobs right now. It would behoove me to, as I start my life at 21 years old, to be financially secure in those years. Yes, I'll take that deal.
And I think with some 21-year-olds, you might question whether this diminishes their motivation to, continue to hone their game and get better, because there's no such thing as a finished product at 21. I would say the worry with Jackson Merrill is about as low as you can get when it comes to, this guy no longer has any incentive to work hard and, care about his game. From what we know about Jackson Merrill, nothing is going to change with him. He wants to win. He wants to be a great player. He wants to be there for his teammates. And I really don't think the money is, if anything, it'll just allow him to focus more on his game, never have to worry about this, for years and years to come, about where he's going to play and, what he's going to make. Ends all the questions, as you said, for the next however many years. If he hadn't signed, done with that, and he can move forward, just like Fernando Tatis Jr. has been able to do. Don't ever have to think about, free agency kind of looming on the horizon in a couple of years. Not going to happen for either of those guys now.
So happy. A lot of little kids around San Diego are very happy as well this morning. We've talked about it. It was the most requested number in Little League this year. Number 3. You got infielders wanting to go out and play outfield now. It's all because of Jackson Merrill. He's been a brilliant find by AJ Preller, and this is such a good move. I'm so happy about it. So happy.